The arrival of Europeans in the Americas triggered a period of violence and injustice on a scale the world had never seen. The conquest of the Americas, led by Spanish and Portuguese conquistadors, was a war not just of armies, but of total societal destruction. While battles were fought and empires fell, the true catastrophe was the systematic persecution, enslavement, and biological devastation of the indigenous civilian population. Driven by the thirst for gold and land, the conquistadors employed methods of extreme cruelty. The indigenous peoples were immediately subjected to forced labor systems, such as the encomienda and later the mita, which enslaved them to work in brutal conditions in mines and on vast plantations. Historians like Bartolomé de las Casas chronicled the systemic massacres, torture, and burning of villages, committed not just by soldiers but by settlers and administrators, all aimed at breaking the will of the local populace for economic exploitation. Yet, the most profound injustice was inflicted not by steel swords, but by invisible pathogens. The indigenous people had no immunity to old-world diseases. Epidemics of smallpox, measles, and influenza, often spreading ahead of the explorers, wiped out up to 90% of the population in what is now known as the Great Dying. This demographic collapse erased entire societies, creating a ghost landscape that allowed the small numbers of European invaders to quickly dominate the survivors and claim a continent emptied by biological warfare. The conquest of the Americas was a unique injustice where military violence and economic exploitation were tragically amplified by disease, leading to an unparalleled humanitarian disaster. The systemic destruction of complex civilizations and the mass enslavement of the survivors stands as a dark testament to the cost of greed and the fragility of societies when faced with a catastrophic biological threat.